Hi Capricorns, and welcome to your February 2023 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky coming on to talk to you about your month ahead. I hope you're all doing really well. We are moving pretty quickly today, Capricorns, and I think that you are as well. You have some stuff to kind of get out of Dodge with, or you have some stuff that you're moving on from here, and I'm so happy to see it. This is a new type of Capricorn energy. It's a new world coming on. Pluto is at 29 degrees of your sign. It's about to change sign. This is like your last month of Pluto in Capricorn for a few months. Then it's going to retrograde back. But yeah, for the first time since 2008, Capricorns, you're going to have Pluto out of your sign in March. So that has a lot of significance for the month leading up to that, doesn't it? Like the final full month for 15 years or more. Something like that. Yeah. So let's talk about it, Capricorns. Let's dive into an awesome reading with intuitive messages, followed by week-to-week tarot forecast and an extended reading on Patreon, Capricorns. Definitely come and check out the Patreon page if you haven't yet. It's a wonderful value. I am just elated with the way the community is growing over there. I do all of these readings early and ad-free with extended readings, and I do weekly forecasts called T-Chats, and you get all of that for the smallest membership. It's a generous and valuable offering. So definitely come and get in on that, and as it might be changing in time a little bit, but it's still a really, really wonderful value. Come and check it out. I'm linking that below. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's talk about you, Capricorn. Let's talk about intuitive messages for I almost said December, February. Hello. February 2023 Capricorn. Aquarius season, first full month of all planets direct. Your ruling planet of Saturn is at 29 degrees Aquarius, and then Scorpio's ruling planet Pluto is at 29 degrees of your sign. So this is very powerful stuff. I think that a lot of you are really elevated at maybe a worldly or materialistic place, or you have more influence or sway than you think. And now we're about to change all of that. Okay, we're about to, for some of us, leave some of that behind and do the stuff that matters, or start to even transfer or transmute some of that previous weight into a lighter form of influence now, or a lighter form of well-being. You have a lot of major arcana here. Okay, the Emperor, the Magician, the Chariot, and the High Priestess. No reversals this month. Good job. That is very masculine. Okay, also having the King of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 masculine and 2 feminine cards in your reading. So the universe with this all planets direct phase, and also especially the air element of Aquarius, it's really directing Capricorn to really directly choose what you want, and to not also be afraid of fixing things or solving things or putting things right in a very direct way. Working with the energy of the daytime, working with the energy of the fire and air elements, working with your desire and your wants. Yes, there's a healing, I think, of the masculine happening in you right now. And that's also because Pluto's getting closer to Aquarius. Again, Pluto's been in the feminine sign of Capricorn. Capricorn, of course, is a feminine sign since 2008. So we've had of course, Pluto rules over power, influence, and jurisdiction, dominion, any of those concepts of ownership, and also transformation and life and death things. That's Pluto. So it's been in the feminine dark sign of Capricorn since 2008, which is also ruling thing from the Saturn perspective, right? It's a different kind of power. It's more of a legitimated and also connected to ownership, but more connected to hierarchy and more connected to earthly, worldly forms of power. Combining all of that together, though, it's a lot of also very passive aggressive and hidden, or at nighttime, or through the dark energy, gaining more hierarchy. We're kind of moving a little bit out of that now, and we're getting into a more direct, clear space. So you have the tools that you need, Capricorn. The Magician is probably the most accurate if you're a Capricorn who's done well over this phase of Pluto and Capricorn. The Magician would make sense. Having all the money, emotional well-being, logical capacity, and desire It's what the magician represents, having the 4 elements on your table and sort of alchemizing. So I've been recommending this for all of the signs. Like the magician is a great archetype also for this all planets direct phase. Like get everything out onto your table. What all do you have? Do you understand what all that you have? Are you using your resources well? I think this is the most important thing for Capricorn, also with the Emperor and the Chariot and the 6 of Wands. It's like needing to really use what it has well, and to make sure it's not like stagnating, or to make sure, again, that you're not working in vain or losing a lot of time when you might have the resources already to have what you're trying to get somewhere else anyway. That's a major thing that Pluto in Aquarius actually is going to heal up for us. It's going to be like, okay, just understand like the different way that you can circuit this grid, or the different way that you can alchemize based on what you already have, instead of going and trying to get a bunch of stuff that you don't already have. A lot of people are in a major ego battle where it's like, I have to be the one to get it all, or I have to be the one to make the money, or I have to be the one to like go out and get something that I don't have, rather than sort of receiving the benefits of what is. It's kind of a disrespectful kind of action to the universe. It's like, I don't believe in what I was already given, or I don't believe in what was naturally provided to me. I'm going to go out and get it myself. And there are times where we have to do that, and there are people that have to do that, and that's a big karmic lesson for actually a lot of people on the planet right now. But if you are, like as most Capricorns, not all Capricorns, of course, most Capricorns have stuff to show, especially if you're an older Capricorn. So try to take it easier on yourself, and to enjoy the fruits of your labor, basically, is what I'm saying here. Also, you're going to have direct progress, okay? So if you've been stagnant, if you've been stuck on something, that's going to change this month. The Chariot, the Magician, the Emperor, the 6 of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, King of Wands, it's going to push you forward, okay? It's going to demand progress, okay? Let's talk about your week to week. Week number 1, the Emperor rooted down by the 6 of Wands. Victory, okay? You're in charge. You've achieved some type of authority, perhaps, or you are having to make a decision maybe for a lot of people in the first week. And I think that it's a good one. I think that you're on the right track. Try to understand what decision is best for everyone. Try to be very integrative with your decision making. Don't be too egotistical. That's also a very egotistical combination, the Emperor and the 6 of Wands. That's like royalty. That's like, that's also, what's the word? It's like haughtiness. Yeah. Which almost always orchestrates some kind of downfall. The second that haughtiness is projected from one person, it causes a lot of opposition energy really fast. So try to, humble down. But again, Capricorn tends to be a very humble sign, whether it's true or not. But anyway, week number 2, the Magician rooted down by the High Priestess. Okay, I love this for you all. It is the combination of, again, masculine and feminine power. This is like very good balance of the masculine and feminine. This is very good balance of the direct and the indirect, the day and the night. It's kind of like equinox energy. So we are getting closer to equinox, and that'll be a month from then or about. And yes, I see you almost being too much for other people to handle, okay? It could be so highly evolved. It could be so wealthy. It could be so capable that other people can't handle it, okay? Also envy, jealousy, fear even. Now that can make our egos go crazy as well. So it's kind of like almost an isolating energy, right? The Emperor, the Magician, the High Priestess, and the Chariot, they all depict one person being alone. And, the only card in your reading that doesn't project someone being alone is the 6 of Wands, which again is alone at the same time, because it's like that regality. It's like a procession. So while there's a staging to it, and while other people are involved, it's not like actually a connective card at all. So that is an overarching thing that I would see for you, is like, watch out for isolation, or also getting so strong that nobody can be around you, or that you have to like really keep yourself away from other people. I would say that's very likely for Capricorns with Pluto at the anaretic degree of your sign, because Capricorn is actually a sign that does indicate isolation and loneliness. It's the top of the chart. Not a lot of people are there. It's kind of like the top of the mountain. There are way more people in the valleys and in the, lower areas than at the top of the mountain. So I hope that you're understanding the reasoning behind being at the top of the mountain, or you're seeing the purpose to it, or that you're seeing, which it should be open to you. But I do also know some Capricorns get into shadow with this, and they're like, I just want connection, and I just want friends, and I just want like camaraderie in my life. Yet here I am at the top of the mountain in a completely unrelatable place. Okay, and I won't budge. So that's kind of like the crux of the Capricorn, like existential dynamic, human condition, is that type of thing. And I think that you're dealing with that in the second week, but also, like, it's not like you just don't get anything for that. There are a lot of perks, spiritual development, having resources at your disposal, having peace. Okay, the combination of these cards, the Emperor, the Magician, and the High Priestess, you can have peace in your life. And maybe that has to do also with being around less people. So week number 3, the 8 of Pentacles rooted down by the Knight of Pentacles. New work, new projects. Capricorn, this is what you need. Start that new business. I don't know. It might not be a business. Maybe it's something that has nothing to do with money. Maybe it's like an art project. Maybe it's a creative project. Of course, these are the Pentacles, so there could be a financial connotation to it. Labors of love, projects that you work for a long time to create and complete, are going to be a great source of hope and joy for you. Starting a new project, like officializing it for yourself in the 3rd week, is great. Week 4, the Chariot rooted down by the King of Wands. Great creative progress. Beautiful. I love all of this energy for you all, honestly. This is what like self-actualization actually looks like. Now, of course, I know that there are still some loose ends, and I know that nothing is perfect, but it's one of the most wholly positive readings that I've seen this month, and certainly one of the most powerful readings, like where the energy is not like detracted or held down or weighed down or, facing a lot of opposition. So I just want to reaffirm that for you, that this is one of the more powerful places I feel that you guys have been in a long time. And being in that place has just different muscle memory and different connotation. What does that mean to you? Like, what do you do from a place like this? Like, what? There's also maybe a need to go somewhere. The Chariot can be like a traveling, moving, or vacationing. And maybe that's happening at a more symbolic level too. Also, I would try to get things more efficient as well. The Chariot can be like, because the Chariot represents technology, right? Because it's like, rather than walking all that distance, we now have this like Chariot and things are like pulling it, and we can like be in a resting phase while there's like progress and while things are moving. Careful about taking on too much yourself and reinventing the wheel, or doing like walking from point A to point B instead of like driving, or and really thinking about that in all of the systems of your life. Are they efficient? Do they make any sense? Like, I think this is a big problem for everybody right now, is actually having like things being kind of haphazard, or having to put too much effort into things that should be simpler. So simplify, and get creative with your simplification process. But yeah, that's about it for this month, Capricorns. I'm going to do an extended reading, though, for you now, where I get a central theme and 2 supporting themes. And I'm also going to talk a little bit more about simplifying and stepping into this power in your extended on Patreon. Come check it out. It's linked below and in the center of your screen. Yes, I hope you all have a beautiful month ahead. Talk to you soon. Bye.